retired priest, Reverend Duma Barnabas. Reverend Barnabas, Tata, thank you very much for your time. You worked, you knew the arch. As you're reflecting this week, as we are preparing through all these memorial services, including the one that you're going to be speaking at shortly here at St. Dante's Cathedral in Benoni, what's been top of mind for you? What's your reflecting on in relation to the passing of the arch?
Good afternoon, good Baba Dan. Well, Archbishop Tutu and I met at college. I found him at college, that is St. Peter's, Rosettenville. He was doing his last year, and I went to begin there in 1960 to do my first year. He was my prefect. We might say, we call them senior students. We trained with him, as I say, for that 1 year. Then he was deacon at the end of the year, priested in 1961. He worked in Benoni, St. Albans, under Canon Mkwate. And subsequently went to my home parish, St. Peter's Chains, Katlehong, which is where I came from to go to college. When I completed my training, I then met him again. We saw him off to England to go and study at King's College. We became so connected through prayer, of course, at college, as I say in the beginning. He's a deeply religious person, very devout. The CR fathers, the people who trained us, were very particular about prayer and the Eucharist, of course. He was a problem for some of us students because he was always in prayer, and we did not like
spending too much time praying with him, but he was leading the way. And as we've heard now from a reflection by Bishop May as well, prayer was one of the hallmarks of the man that everybody is recalling now. When you look ahead, he's no longer with us. How do we honor such a man?
Desmond is a man of prayer. For him, life without prayer is no life. When he left to England to go and train, and when he came back, we wanted to elect him, first of all, as Bishop of Johannesburg. We were winning, until some people noticed that if we had a sixth ballot, he would have won.
Yes.
Then they asked the then Dean of Johannesburg, Timothy, to join the second lot. Then he won.
Yes. Now, Reverend Barnabas, there's a lot. There's a lot to reflect on and recall on. Unfortunately, time. We are live currently on ENC, and we have to go back to Cape Town, where my colleagues are. I would love us to continue this conversation. Perhaps we can do so at another moment, because there's a rich history that is there. But we appreciate you being here, and we do know our viewers are going to see you shortly as well. You're going to be one of the speakers during the Requiem Mass. And thank you very much for those reflections. For now, that's the retired priest there, Reverend Duma Barnabas. And he's going to be one of the speakers this afternoon, Tula Sizwe and Anika here, when the ecumenical Eucharist service begins at 5 o'clock at the St. Dunstan's Cathedral here in Benoni, which is a town that has a lot of significance in terms of the journey into priesthood, right at the beginning of priesthood of the late Arch.